If you got any dream, like I do, then you need to do shit that you don't like in order to achieve them. And in this video, I'll go over the 3 strategies that I use in order to go about doing them. Now, why should you listen to me? I broke my hand in October. I fractured it, my wrist literally came out of the place where it's supposed to be, and I had to go through 2 surgeries in October. In December, I ran 18 kilometers with no preparation. In January, I got 99.4 percentile in an exam that was written by 10 lakh students all over India. And the day after the surgery, which was the most painful and traumatic experience of my life, I was up at 6 a.m. studying for my entrance exams. So, I have track record of doing shit that I don't like, and I have a reputation for it as well. Now, here are the 3 strategies that I use to go about doing that. So the first strategy is progressive overload. When you this is a gym thing. So if you have ever worked out, you know that you can't really do much in the beginning. I couldn't do a single push-up until I was 16. And when I started working out, the first thing I did was I didn't do normal push-ups. I went against the bench and did decline push-ups like these. And then I progressively overloaded. Once I could do like 50 of these in a row, then I moved on to the normal push-ups. And by the time, in about 1 year or 2 years, I had probably the second best physique in my batch. And so that's the concept of progressive overload. You probably don't have the mental willpower that you need to exhibit in order to do the things that you need to do, the shit that you don't like. And that is a muscle that you can train. Actually, there is a part of the brain called the AMCC, which grows when you do shit that you don't like. And so it's a muscle, a literal part of the brain that grows when you do shit that you don't like. So just start small. For example, let's say you are preparing for gym, then you shouldn't probably start doing 150 PYQs a day. You can start small, like 10 a day, then maybe 15, then 20. Or if you are starting meditation, then probably start with 5 minutes a day first, then progressively overload up to 15 over 2 months perhaps, and then it will be easy. So that's the first strategy I use in order to do shit that I don't like. Now the second strategy I use to do shit that I don't like is follow this rule. Speak the truth or at least don't lie. So when you are not working when you're supposed to, and you're scrolling Instagram reels, don't tell yourself that you are doing that in order to optimize your performance for later. Okay, that's never true. Instagram reels now, watching Instagram or scrolling through social media or watching any YouTube content or watching videos like these, even self-improvement videos, it never helps you to relax, okay? And so when you're procrastinating, don't tell yourself a made up story of why you are doing it. Just say that you are not feeling like it and you are being lazy right now, and that's fine. It's better than lying, because only when you accept that you are falling short of the ideal can you ever really hope to improve it later on. So that's the second strategy. Now the third strategy is to have a positive vision that pulls you forwards, energizes you and excites you, and also have a negative vision, a nightmare, a hell to run away from behind your back that scares the hell out of you. And now there was an experiment, I heard it from Jordan Peterson, where you tie a string around a rat and you tie it to somewhere, I guess, and you waft the smell of cheese from the forward, and you can measure how hard the rat is pulling the string as a measure of how much it wants to move forwards. So when you measure that, it shows that the rat wants to go forward more when there's not only a smell of cheese in front, but also the smell of a cat behind it. You not only need something to run towards it, but you also need to run away from something. You need to develop a nightmare or hell that you need to run away from. So let's say in the case of jail, so your goal is to get into a good college. First, imagine the positive consequences of going into of your victories. Say, You can go into good college, have a fun college life. You can build a great character in this quest of discipline and focus and emotional self-regulation and control. And you can imagine once you get a good job from that, you can provide for your family, you can bring them financial security, you can give gifts to your friends, and you can give to your community. And that's the positive vision. Now imagine the negative one. Imagine you don't get into college and then you get despondent that nothing works for you and you get mad at life itself, saying that you have bad luck, and now you are resentful at life itself, and then you start hating it and you just let life happen to you instead of taking life by the reins and guiding it to where you want it to be. And now you are an average person, and an average person is obese, alcoholic, in a bad marriage, and broke and fat. Yeah, that goes with obese. Yeah, unhealthy. And that's a nightmare for me at least, and one I want to avoid. Yep. Those are the, and yeah, one more thing. So when you're doing your PYQs, you're not just doing PYQs, you're building the character that will provide for your family and for your community. Of course, the college is not the only way to get rich. I'm doing YouTube videos right now because I want to get rich faster.